You're watching the 2020 SCAC Spring Media Days. Today we're taking a look at the Schreiner University softball program. The Mountaineers coming off a 17-26 season a year ago, 12-12 in SCAC play, and made another appearance in the SCAC tournament. The Mountaineers will be led this year by first-year head coach Alexis Lynn, along with junior infielder Courtney Bigley. And Coach Courtney, thanks so much for joining us today.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks for having us.
Coach, it was announced back in August that you were named the new head coach of the Mountaineers. Sort of take me through that transition. What have you learned about your team, and how excited are you just to finally get the season going?
First off, I'm really excited to be back in Texas. Spent the last 3 years out of state, and I'm excited to be back. And being in the SCAC is a huge accomplishment for not just me, but I feel like the university and Schreiner, and I think that the girls worked hard last year, and we're a young team, and we're learning who we are and adjusting to different coaching styles, but I think they've been doing really well, and we're really excited to get this year going. They've been working hard in the mornings, working hard in the afternoon at the field, and all I can hope is that they give me their best every day, and that's what we're hoping for.
Courtney, 50-plus at-bats for you through your first two seasons. Last year, you took a huge jump as a sophomore, up to 110 at-bats. But how does it feel different this year as a junior? You come back as an upperclassman, going through preseason. Do you feel like maybe your roles changed a little bit with this team in terms of a leadership responsibility?
Yes, sir. I definitely took up a leadership role this year, and I feel like the team's respecting me very well, and it's going pretty good.
Coaches, you've kind of gotten with this team through preseason. What has been sort of your message? What have you been trying to instill early on with this program as you kind of put your fingerprints and establish your culture with this new team?
So we're really big on accountability and owning up to our mistakes, and then making sure that we're holding our teammates accountable. Our word this year and our focus is being intentional, so our word is intent. And we're really focusing on making every practice have a purpose, every weight session have a purpose, and just making sure that they're continuing to support each other and be good people, not just here at the university, but in the town of Kerrville. And then just really pushing each other to be better and better every day and be the best versions of themselves. And we're working on that, and it's getting better. I can't wait to see it get even better, but it's on a good track right now.
Courtney, you're coming off an honorable mention all-conference season a year ago as a sophomore in which you set career highs in hits with 36, batting average 327, RBI 25, home runs 2, doubles 5, and runs 8. What have you worked on through the course of the offseason over fall ball to continue to improve and get better as a player as you head into this your junior year?
Yeah, I definitely worked really hard this off-season, dropping some weight and building my strength and just trying to better myself and bettering myself to better my team and just to feel better while I'm on the field.
Coach, even with the transition and sort of the short time period leading up to your hiring, you were able to keep intact a really solid first-year class. 9 first years come into this program. Sort of what have you seen from them? What is your message to those freshmen who are kind of making that jump from high school to college? And do you feel like you have some players that can maybe make an impact with your team this year?
Yeah, so our sophomore class is, like you said, a lot of them returned, which is great. We have Kennedy Moody in the circle for us. She's going to get quite a few innings this year. She's been working her tail off, fine-tuning some pitches for us. Then in the sophomore class, we also have Melanie Castilla. She'll play a little bit of middle infield. And then the freshman class is just as big. We're very young, as you can see on our roster. But the freshmen, we have some good ones. Mallory Solis, she'll play outfield for us. Hannah Coleman'sberger, she'll be behind the plate a little bit. And then Annie Wallace will play in the middle infield as well. And the biggest adjustment for the freshmen has just been like the pace and, again, like I mentioned, the purpose of being at practice every single day. But those three have really been working hard for me and working hard for their teammates. Then we also have a sophomore transfer, Mackenzie Altman. She'll be behind the plate for us as well and bring a lot of power to our lineup. And we're really excited about that. And being a young team, Courtney, as well as our senior pitcher, Hannah Ortiz, they've brought a lot of leadership in trying to corral the big personalities that our young team has, and they've been doing a great job of that, along with myself and my assistant. But those names that I mentioned we're really excited about, and of course everybody else is going to get some time too to show what they can do and bring to our team, and we're really excited to see what happens.
Finally, Courtney, to wrap things up with you, is you've had conversations with some of your teammates about some of the goals and expectations for this 2020 Mountaineers softball team. What have those conversations looked like, and what are some of those goals as you head into this season?
Yeah, we had a really long conversation about our goals to make sure we had them in line exactly the way we wanted. And this year, the word we're going for is intent. And we've set really high goals of just staying focused and being prepared for every practice, giving it your all, and just bringing some wins in this season.
And finally, Coach, to wrap things up with you, this season is successful if what plays out on the field for your team. What are you looking for in terms of this inaugural season for you as you kind of start to build this program in Kerrville? What are you expecting from your group heading into this season?
My biggest expectation is just consistency. We actually talked about that yesterday at practice. Mistakes are going to happen on the field. We're going to have a few bad at-bats here and there, but I just want them to stay consistent in their mindset of what we're trying to accomplish, and that just because we have a setback doesn't mean it's going to totally ruin our season. And then just really being focused and intentional with everything that we're doing. I think the girls have been doing great with that. But just really the main thing we're focusing on is staying consistent and keeping our eye on the goal, but understanding the process that it takes to get there as well.
Schreiner University softball program, again, the Mountaineers will open up the 2020 campaign on February 4th against Hardin-Simmons. Schreiner will be led once again as they head into the season by head coach Alexis Lynn, along with junior infielder Courtney Bigley. Coach, Courtney, thanks so much for joining us today, and best of luck as you head into the year.
Thank you.